Good evening, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Saturday evening? Not a bad Saturday for myself. Rain all day, so kept things cool. So can't complain about that. I'd rather have the rain than the hot and humid heats. Sunny days. So mail wasn't that bad. Couple of trays. I know y'all been asking me how is the mail volume in my station so light. It just depends where you're at, man. I guess 'cause a lot of you mentioned their stations as it is never lowered, but it depends. Really depends where you are in the state. So mail volume fluctuates, but it's definitely lower than it was when I started. So, anyways, today's topic, I'm just discussing different things going on within NALC and USPS, some just off the top things going around and, worth mentioning. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. Keep giving me the thumbs up. Smash that hype button as always. Thanks a lot for the communication. I appreciate each and every one of you taking your time out to put a comment in, check out my content. Appreciate it always, guys. Appreciate it. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. Let's get to the topic at hand. Some different things that are going on right now worth discussing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. As you know, look, we need to have a real conversation today because the postal community is absolutely on fire right now. Between the never-ending contract delays, the summer heat creeping in, and some serious division over how we handle our own union business. We are dealing with a perfect storm. I want to break down exactly what's going on the front lines right now because honestly, things are hitting a breaking point. Contract limbo, the funding audacity. The first up, let's talk about the NALC contract situation. We are still out here delivering mail, grinding through the elements and working without a finished national agreement. It's been months of limbo. Meanwhile, you see management up there asking Congress for billions in funding and trying to restructure things. My question is pretty simple. How about you pay the people actually carrying the mail first? This question is, fluctuates. Has been asked again and again without a response, How about you pay the people who are actually carrying the mail first? We're the ones on the street every single day making the service work, but our wages are sitting in a holding pattern while the higher-ups play politics. It's getting old, and the frustration on the workroom floor is completely justified. Hard truth about union attendance. Now I want to pivot to a hard truth that a lot of people might not want to hear, but it needs to be said. We need to look into the mirror for a second. We all love to complain on the loading dock in the break room or in the comment section about how slow the contract is moving, how bad management is treating us, or how the union isn't doing enough. But let me ask you a golden question. Where is everybody when it's time for the monthly union meeting? That's a good question. I mean, if we take a time out, first of all, a lot of us have not time for that. I mean, if we're not at work, we're out with our family. So that's a pretty good question. If we can make some time and go to the union meetings once in a while, I mean, it can make a difference. If you've got 50 carriers in a station complaining but only 2 or 3 actually show up to the local meeting to vote, ask questions and speak up, we're doing it to ourselves. You can't expect change if you aren't pulling up to the table. We've got to start holding ourselves accountable and actually showing up if we want our voices heard. This is a very good point. You got to show up to the union meetings. The more people that show up, the more, the point is made. That things start getting serious. A lot of us, showing up to the meetings, making a point. The summer back pay storm. And finally, let's talk about what's going to happen when that retro check finally hits back pay. There's a major debate brewing right now about what's going to happen to these stations the second that money drops. We are headed into a brutal summer, and a lot of carriers are completely burned out. There's a lot of talk that a massive wave of call-outs is coming the moment people get the financial cushion. Think about it. If half the office decides to take a breather because they finally have that back pay in their accounts, the overtime for the people left behind is going to be absolutely brutal. So I gotta ask you, are you staying to work the mail and stack more cash, or are you taking that check and getting some well-deserved rest? What's the vibe in your station? The postal world is wild right now, man. We've got a lot of challenges ahead this summer. We've got to stick together and stay informed. Like always, I want to hear from you guys. Am I wrong about the union attendance, and what is your game plan the second that back pay hits your account? As always, drop a comment, guys. Some general things wanted to share. What's going on right now? Things we can do, like union meetings, different things. Help out everybody. As far as the latest contract negotiations, where we're at, national agreement formally expired, we know, May 22nd. Current status, the terms of the existing contract remain full force and effect while mediation takes place. Next steps, if unresolved after 60 days, the process will head to binding arbitration, we know, chaired by the same guy, arbitrator Dennis Nolan, that gave us that awesome contract last year. The 1%, 1.3, 1.4. He's the awesome character, Mr. Nolan. Where a final decision on new national agreement will be made. Leadership activity. NALC hosted a 2-day collective bargaining conference. We know Washington, D.C. I made that last video to brief branch and state association presidents on the current state of negotiations and strategy moving forward. Another thing that just launched, Learning Management System, LMS. NALC has officially rolled out its new online learning platform designed to deliver standardized training directly to shop stewards and union reps. It features specific modules on the national agreement articles, grievance procedures, and effective representation on the workroom floor. Nice little tool for the shop stewards, Access is rolling out nationwide by region. The schedule is remaining regions June 2nd, regions 2, 5, and 9, June 9th, regions 1 and 3, June 16, regions 7, 10, 13, and 14. Absentee MVP Act. In late April, a bill was introduced in the Senate, the Absentee and Mail Voter Protection Act, aiming at safeguarding vote by mail access and pushback against recent executive orders limiting mail-in options. Leadership appointment. NALC President Brian L. Renfraud appointed John Robles as the new national business agent for Region 4. He's covering Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Wyoming, following the retirement of Dan Varselis. Retiree COLA projections. Early estimates for the 2027 cost of living adjustment show a projected 2.9% for CSRS and 2.0 for FERS. Through these numbers won't be finalized until October of this year. So some good information, different things going on. As we know, we're headed into mediation as far as NALC. We know how much Mr. Renfro is working hard for us, so we can get our hopes high. That dude is doing next to nothing, man. We all know that. He's passing time, collecting the you-know-what from us, the 6 figures, and, just killing time, living his life fully, not worrying about nothing. At this point, what can we really hope for? I mean, until the new president takes over, it's kind of hard with this guy, man, Renfro. He's gonna do his same little act he did last year. So the real concern right now is how long it's gonna take. There was an article that I shared in the last video that said it could go up to 2.5 years. Highly unlikely. We don't want that. That would be the worst case scenario. It's gonna a lot of carriers are already pissed off. We don't want to hear no nonsense like that. Raises are needed right now. Immediately, the insane gas prices in the nation, everything, inflation, everything is expensive and not going down anytime soon. So raises are needed right now. A lot of people facing, that past few years, long time, decades now, relied on the overtime, and now overtime in I'd say certain stations is going down or completely gone. So how are those people supposed to survive just off of 40 hours? So it's tough. I'm talking about the ones that are in the middle of the pay scale that have not topped out yet. The ones that have topped out, they're on table one. They're good. They always like some overtime too, but I'm saying in comparison to the middle people and the beginning of the pay table people. So, that literally live off of that overtime. So tough situation, but you guys let me know in the comments that that's not the case everywhere. There's a lot of stations that always, all year long, have lots and lots of overtime. Obviously, the busier markets, you're talking about the larger cities and states. Obviously, you're going to have more overtime. I'm talking about the countryside, smaller stations with very less carriers that, their mail volume has dropped drastically. So their overtime is being cut literally. So, they are being affected in comparison to the stations that always have overtime. But, not everyone can just get up and move to a larger state, so it's, certain people, it is what it is. They're living their lives wherever they're at. It's a tight, they don't want to move elsewhere. So it's just a time we got to go through, toughen up. Our hope is with the new president for the NALC. I always mention Henry and Mike Cariff. Cariff doing a heck of a job, man. I can't say enough about Cariff. Applause to him again. Everything he's talking about, accomplishing his general ideas, I respect him dearly. And hope for the best, man. May the better man win, man. So that's it. I just wanted to share some news off the top that I came across. There's another topic that the USPS is not going to run out of cash, but that's a different video for a different day. So anyways, that's it for this one. Just wanted to share certain things came across. Until next time, take care of yourself, guys. Stay cool. MailmanSyed out.